Hey, good afternoon.
Good evening. What is
Oh,
it?
it is
Is it
evening.
evening or afternoon?
I don't know. It's 4:45. What do you think? In the
Uh,
summertime, it's afternoon.
Right. I think in the wintertime it's evening.
Yeah? Okay. Well, then good evening.
Good evening.
Um, as we told you yesterday, we had an event to attend this morning, some meetings to do, so we did not go to the gym. And because it's fasting day, we didn't eat breakfast either, so we didn't really
Right.
have anything to show you anyway.
Right.
But we do have another event to attend tonight that we'll be leaving for in probably about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So we're having our fasting day meal, so we wanted to jump on now, even though most of you who watch aren't available now, and tell you about our fasting day meal. And then those of you who usually watch in the morning can watch it on reruns, I guess.
Yes, reruns.
Reruns.
Exactly.
So what are you having for your fasting day meal tonight?
Believe it or not, I'm having oatmeal.
Which isn't actually normal for him.
No, it's not.
He decided. I think the problem is that when I made, I usually cook on the weekends, and when I did this weekend, I don't think that I made enough because
Yeah, we ate it quickly.
we ate it quickly. I think part of it was the bean burgers that I made were really good,
Right.
and so we ate them really quickly. I'm eating the last one today, actually, myself.
Right.
So you're having oatmeal, but you're putting dates in it. You don't usually put dates
No,
in oatmeal.
I just I'm feeling chilly, and I just couldn't see taking the frozen fruit out and putting frozen fruit in it.
Okay.
So I didn't go that route. I'm having dates, and that documentary we saw last night talked about how dates were really good.
Right. What did we watch last night? Do you remember what it was called?
Yeah, it was
Oh, it was the How Not to Die.
How Not to Die, but the documentary. We already read the
It wasn't a
book.
documentary. It was like just
A
an
live
interview
talk.
or talk or something.
Yeah, it was a live talk. Yeah.
So we watched that, and it said something about dates being really, really healthy. So he's having those on his oatmeal, I guess,
Right.
instead of frozen fruit.
Exactly.
And I already cut it up. I'm going to pop it in the microwave. This is the one of the burgers I made over the weekend. This one's the bean and nut one. I would not make this one again.
Yeah, you felt it was dry.
It's really dry, and I don't know. I don't like nuts in food. I like nuts fine to eat them. I just don't like them in food. So I won't be making this one again. But I'm going to put it in a tortilla with some hummus, some tomatoes, which I have sitting here, some flax seeds, some onion. I have my broccoli sprouts, which I actually showed you guys, I think, yesterday, and they've grown like twice as much since then. Like, look how big they've gotten. So I'm going to eat some of those. And broccoli sprouts are really easy. You just buy the seeds from Amazon, throw them in a jar. I cover the jar with a coffee filter and a rubber band just to keep bugs out of it. And they're super easy, and they're really, really good for you. So if you want to start growing your own broccoli sprouts,
One of those superfoods.
they're superfoods, and they're super easy, and you just eat them. Although somebody I know does not eat them.
Yeah, I don't. And not for any particular reason. I just, when I'm making something, I'm not thinking I want to put the sprouts on.
That's why I had to put the sticky on the
Yes, you did.
refrigerator,
Yes, you did.
so I would remember, because they sit over there on the edge of the counter in the dark, so they don't always get eaten, so
Right.
I have to pull them out.
Exactly.
But we wanted to share something that we noticed about. I noticed it specifically yesterday. I went to an event yesterday, and I ordered a vegetarian plate. They were serving chicken.
Mm-hmm.
There was probably 500 people at this event, and they were serving a chicken plate. But I asked specifically for a vegetarian plate, and they accommodated, which was phenomenal.
And actually gave you something that was actually halfway decent.
It was decent. It was good. It wasn't just steamed vegetables, which a lot of times when you ask for a vegetarian plate, they either give you pasta with nothing on it or steamed vegetables. But you know what? That's fine. Whatever. But yesterday they brought me a stuffed pepper, and it was good. And it was not covered in cheese. That's another issue I run into with vegetarian food,
Right.
is that it can be so loaded with cheese, and I can't eat that. My stomach will not process an entire plate of straight cheese.
Right.
So I didn't have that issue yesterday. It was really good. But what I found interesting, and you said you've noticed this too about vegetarian dishes, they gave me one half of a pepper, just one, and 2 little pieces of asparagus, and 1 itty bitty little excuse for a carrot.
Right.
And the plates that were the regular chicken plates had about a 6-ounce piece of chicken breast on them.
Right.
Then they had a big pile of rice and what looked like
Pilaf or
couscous
something like that.
and quinoa mixture. And then it had probably 6 pieces of asparagus, big
Right.
pieces, not little tiny pieces like
Right.
on my plate. So I thought it was very interesting that the regular food with the chicken on it had a big full plate of food, and I got 1 pepper.
Right. And my, I guess, analogy of that is that I think when people hear somebody order either a vegan or a vegetarian meal, along with ordering that, they assume that you're also on a like low calorie diet. Like somehow I think they get
They
married.
equate them?
Yeah, and one absolutely has nothing to do with the other, obviously. I mean, just because you're eating vegan or vegetarian or plant-based, whole food plant-based, doesn't mean you still don't want to get a full plate of food,
Right.
right? And the thing is, you can, if you're doing plant-based, you can have a whole plate of food and probably have about half the calories of that chicken, the pilaf, and the vegetable that
Right.
they actually serve to everybody else.
Right.
So it's calorically, it's not actually still, it's not filling you up the way the normal
Right. So it's a
food would.
complete misnomer that just because you order vegan or vegetarian or whole food, that you want less of it
Right.
or less
Exactly.
volume.
Exactly.
So I thought that was interesting. And I guess I didn't really think about it when we ordered the vegetarian dish at the Mexican restaurant we went to. But now that I do, it wasn't nearly as much food as you get if you order a meat.
Right. Like I said, I think the
thing.
assumption is, oh well, if they're vegan, they must be on a calorie diet as well,
Right.
or vegetarian. They must be looking to eat less calories, or they just don't understand that there's less calories in vegetables than there is in meat.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing people just don't really think about it.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
probably
going to go
not.
ahead and assume.
That's probably a fair assumption.
But so that's what we've noticed is that when you
Right.
do order vegetarian, it's usually something that's pretty boring,
Right.
first of all, which it wasn't yesterday. The
Yeah,
meal I got
yesterday you said
yesterday
you were
was really
pleased.
good,
Yeah.
so that was good. But it's boring. It's loaded with cheese,
Right.
which yesterday also wasn't,
Right.
and it's a small serving.
You get short-cheated.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it. So, I don't know. Have any of you ever experienced that? If you've ordered vegetarian, have you experienced that the meals are smaller?
Right.
And what is your thought on why that might be? We'd be really interested in hearing,
Yeah, look at his opinions. Absolutely.
hearing about that. As I told you guys, I think on tomorrow, Friday morning, we are going to share the story of how Russ and I met and how it took me four tries to get him to go out with me. So
Plausible deniability.
so if you guys want to hear that story, tune in with us tomorrow, probably about 9:15 in the morning, or you can watch the rerun of
Right.
it on my Facebook page, and of course I will post it on the R&R Journey page. And on the R&R Journey page is our survey, so if you haven't taken our survey, please do that.
Yes,
I did
please.
share some of the survey data we've gathered so far earlier this week, or did I do that last week?
I don't know. I feel like it was yesterday, but maybe it was.
I don't know when it was, but I did one of the videos I did share some of the survey data we've received. So thank you so much to those of you who have taken our survey thus far. We appreciate that. And it is helping us kind of figure out how to build out our website, which we are currently working on
Right.
to give you even more access to us and what we do. And yes, I do still have my name tag on from the event we went to today, and I'm going to leave it on because I'm going to another one tonight. I just realized that I looked at the pictures like, oh, I have my name tag on.
Yeah.
But so if you want to hear the story about how we met, that'll be tomorrow morning, and it will be on our page, and it will be here obviously on my personal page as well.
There you go.
So I will tell the story, and he'll fill in the gaps here and there.
Yeah.
Is that
what
fair?
What she said.
Yeah. All right. So that's what we wanted to share with you tonight. Thank you for joining us, and always we love your hearts and your thumbs up to let us know that you're here and you're watching us and you're enjoying what we're talking about and sharing our journey to health. And so that's our fasting day meal. Russ is doing his oatmeal, which you guys see every single morning.
Right.
And I'm having a wrap with a bean burger I made, some onions, some flaxseed, tomatoes, and broccoli sprouts on it. Oh, and hummus. Hummus is also on there. So we were going to go do that, and then we're going to go to the event at the
Yep.
Sheraton Wilmington South this evening. So if you're going to be at that event, please do stop us and say hi. We'd love to see you.
Absolutely.
And with that, I'm going to go ahead and say,
With that, we will say, eat real food, not too much, mostly plants. Have a great
good
night, folks.
We'll see you guys in the morning.